we're talking about how to run or to start and run a successful small scale business. We've talked about so many points, we've discussed so many issues. I will advise that you please go to my YouTube page, Segun Awolowo, and you will see some of the other episodes that we have discussed so many issues, some of the things that you need to pay attention to, and this will help you a great deal. By the way, I need to also mention quickly that this is coming from my book, The Budding CEO. Practical steps you need to take, and then today we'll be talking about taking it further, talking about something that is also important, relevant to running your small scale business. Now today we'll be talking about marketing. We've started it before, but we'll continue from here, and we'll be talking about 7 P's of marketing. This is important. Like we said, the heartbeat of every successful business is sales and marketing. There is no point starting a business and then you don't know how to push your product or your service across to the people who need to buy from you. You need to understand how to move from where you are with your product to get across to the people who are going to buy what you sell, or need the service that you render, and then they'll be able to give you money in exchange for it at the end of the day. So today, let's quickly run through what I call the 7 P's of marketing. Now, this is not absolutely new, but we're going to be talking about it in relevance to our own environment and then the business that we do. The number 1 P is the price of your product or the service you render. Now, a lot of businesses fail because of this. I need you to be able to, first of all, do one thing. Ask yourself, how much do you think you will sell? Or how much will I sell and I will make profit at the end of the day? You don't necessarily have to compete with other people in fixing your price, except if you play in an industry where price is automatically fixed. There are products that you don't have major control over the pricing, and then you don't have any option than to sell at the price at which the industry determines the price. So in that case, you may not have major control. But if you play in another industry where you have the ability or you have the room to decide the price that you're going to give your product or render your service, then you have to understand how this works. Now, in building a business, pricing is something that you need to understand, and you need to be able to balance up this as much as possible. I will not advise that you reduce or bring your price lower than the normal market rate, but you need to apply what I call business sense in this regard. Sometimes at the beginning, you may need to bring down your price in order to attract new customers. Also, you need to also bear in mind that at the beginning, your major priority may not actually be the profit that you are going to make. When you are just starting out a new business, nobody knows you yet, it's a new product you are trying to push out there, not too many people know the product, not too many people have used the product, they don't even know the value that the product can deliver to them. And then here you are, putting up the product at a very high price, knowing fully that there are other people in the same industry producing the same line of products who already are playing in the market and people already know them, and here you are just coming for the first time, and then you want to fight or compete with them, and then you are actually also increasing your price. It may be difficult for people to embrace your product at that point. So you need to know how to play around this whole issue of fixing an ideal price for your product or the service you render. Remember, at the beginning, my advice is you may need to actually lower your price in order to attract new customers for your business. And once they come in, they have enjoyed your product or your services over a period of time, then you can now begin to pick it up from there. Another advice I can give you is this, which is very personal. This is that you may need to use price to win some customers, and then when they come and they enjoy your product or your service, and then they begin to refer other people to you, and the new set of people they refer to you will not or may not be able to enjoy the same pricing that they enjoy at the beginning. In other words, you use the price to get them in, and then once you have them in, you can leverage on the relationship you already have with them to attract new set of customers, and then you can now introduce your normal pricing or the pricing that will bring more profit to you at the end of the day. So you need to understand how this works in order for you to stabilize your business. So think about this. This is very, very important. Another thing that you need to pay attention to, talking about the 7 P's of marketing, is your product. We've mentioned before that you need to understand what you are selling, the product you are pushing out. You need to have a basic understanding of whatsoever it is that you want to sell or you want to introduce to me. If you come to me to say, okay, I should patronize you, and I'm asking you 1 or 2 questions and you are not able to give me definite answers, then it becomes difficult for me to trust you at the beginning. Remember, part of the values where we talk about that you need to build, or one of the things that people buy is your value, and part of the values I need to consider in running a successful business is trust. And trust has to do with the understanding that you have about the business. It's not just about, oh, I give you money and you're not going to run away with my money. It's to also know that you have basic understanding of the business that you are introducing to me. This is very, very important. So you need to master the product that you are selling, the service you want to render. What kind of understanding do you even have about the service? If you tell me that you are a cinematographer, you are a videographer, you record or you do film production, for example, and then here you are talking to me, asking me to come and patronize you, and I'm asking you to tell me about what a post-production is all about and all those things, and then you are just looking at me, you don't even have an idea of what it is. It becomes difficult for me to think about parting away with my money or with my resources at that time. So you need proper understanding of the product that you want to sell. Someone says, oh, I don't even need to know about it, I just need to have the money to do the business. But I'm sorry, you will waste your resources. Or someone says, I just need to know or have people, once I have the money, I will engage people, I will employ people, and then at the end of the day they are going to run it for me. That is completely different from what we're talking about here. You need to be able to understand this at this point, that there is a difference between starting a business of your own and investing in another person's business. Of course, if you need to invest in another person's business or existing business, and then you have the money to invest, you can invest in an existing business without necessarily having so much knowledge or any knowledge about the business. That is completely different. That is not starting a business of your own. That's not running a business of your own. That's not what we're talking about here. That is an investment in another industry or in another business. That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about you starting the business, by yourself, with your resources and managing it and watching it to grow and building it to the point where it stabilizes at the end of the day. So we've talked about the pricing of your product, and then we're talking about understanding the basics of the product itself. That is very important. Another P that you need to be aware of in thinking about marketing your product or your service is what we call promotion. This is part of the lifeline of the business. Now, in promoting the business, you need to understand how to strategize, how to sit down, think through the processes of getting the product across to the people that will buy your product. Promotion is key. You can't open a shop or open an office, sit down in the office, and then expecting people to come to you. You need to be able to push out what you sell, the service you render, get it across to as many people as possible with all the necessary means that you can engage to get this product to people. This is important. Now, we have excess money to part with. They have extra money to part with. This is part of our own discovery. So if you are selling a product, you need to know who are the people that will buy from you. Don't sell your product to the wrong people in a wrong environment. The business is not going to survive. It's not going to survive. So you need to know how to promote your business, the pricing, the product, the knowledge of the product, and then position yourself. And then you talk about the people that are going to buy from you. And the last bit is the place. You mentioned before, the place that your business needs to be positioned. Is the place where your business needs to be positioned. Sometimes you may have to consider access to raw materials if you do or deal with the kind of business that has to do with sourcing for raw materials for you to be able to produce over a long period of time. For you to sustain that business, you may need to position yourself not too far from where you can easily access your raw materials. This is important and this is key. I need you to think of all these things: your knowledge of your product, the pricing, promotion, positioning your business in the right location, understanding and discovering the kind of people who are going to patronize you, and the right place to position your business. Access to raw materials is key, and easy access to the people who are going to buy from you is also important. Look at all these things, think through all these things. It will help you to be able to decide on the better way to market your product, and then it will let people see you more and then patronize you at the end of the day. I trust that your business will do well, and then you will be able to succeed at the end of the day, that whatever it is that you are planning to do or whatever you have started to do will survive the test of time, and then your business will be one of those that will be reckoned with at the end of the day. We will continue from here. We're going to look at some other things that are critical and pivotal to starting and running small scale business in Nigeria. This is important. So I want you to please follow me through the next episode, and then